Welcome back to the Land House vlog. In the previous video, I stepped in here to the shop and was quite embarrassed to show that this place is a wreck. So I figured today, since it's going to be a bit rainy, I might try and clean this place up a bit. So here's what it looks like currently. This corner, I can barely get to the door. The workbench is covered in all kinds of stuff. I've got a collection of cardboard boxes that I've been getting my water pump parts in. Yeah, it's a disaster. So I'm gonna do a quick cleanup on this and then work on a few more things. It's a bit hot and stuffy in here, so I'm gonna turn on the AC. So you won't be able to hear quite as well as you would otherwise, but it's hot. So one of my tasks for the day is to finish painting the legs for this table. I've got to do 3 more of them and it should be done. But first, I'm going to start off with just gathering trash, like this stuff. Probably going to spend about 30 minutes in here and then we'll go outside and do something more entertaining. So I have a whole stack of cardboard boxes down here, and those are going to be broken down and put into the garden. This past year I have tried it's kind of like a back to Eden kind of garden where you don't till, you just put material on top of the garden and the weeds don't grow through, supposedly. So I just put 1 layer of cardboard this past year on like maybe a quarter of the garden, and it has done very well. So I think next year I'm gonna try and save all my boxes and continue to put layers and layers of cardboard and straw out there. And what I might do in the future is get a bag for my lawnmower, so I can put a layer of green in there and then cover it up with the cardboard. But anyway, so that's what all of these boxes are for down here. So I'm going to go ahead and start breaking these down, and that way I can go ahead and put these in the garden, and maybe sometime this upcoming week I can get some more of that straw and cover them up. So the straw just kind of helps keep the moisture in on top of the box, and so the box doesn't blow away. I definitely had that problem before where I didn't put anything on top and my cardboard was just laying against the fence after that. So break these down real quick and we'll keep cleaning. I mostly worked on the floor today. I'm about to make those ram pumps there. So now I can get to the door, which is good. Cleaned up a little back there. Also cleaned up a little over here, not much, but now I'm gonna go ahead and move the table out and the 1 leg that's finished and put that on the front porch. And then we're going to take the boxes down to the garden. Okay, I've got quite a stack of boxes and paper here. I'm going to start hauling this down to the garden space. The only thing in the garden this year that I'm really anticipating gathering would be the cucumbers here, which they are ready to be picked right there. And then I've got a few more over here, which these vines for some reason are really tiny. But anyway, definitely growing well. Other than that, all I have is the blueberries and the raspberry. Now the raspberry started off really puny, but it has really taken off here. As you can see, it's doing well. But anyway, and the beetles, I forget what they're called, are really devouring my grape over here. Next year I may have to put something on it to keep those from killing it. It's a pretty good size Boston pickling cucumber. I think I let it get a little bit too big. So about 2 weeks ago, Ashley and I said there would be a special announcement coming up soon. And I think somewhere in the next 2 to 3 weeks, we'll be making that announcement. But I have another announcement that's kind of a secret. I'm starting a new business. Should be launching sometime in the next 45 days or so. At least that's what I'm hoping. I'm kind of partnering up with Ashley's stepdad on this adventure. So, but don't worry, Land a House as water pumps and YouTube will just continue on as usual. But just thinking ahead to the future and trying to increase my income stream in as many different ways as I can. So anyway, let's spread out some boxes real quick. The thought process behind the cardboard and straw is to prevent as many weeds as possible. So I've let this kind of get a little bit weedy in here, but compared to that, you can see it's a huge difference. So it also blocks out the majority of the grass. So I think what I'm going to do now is go out this way a bit more and put some boxes in there. I'll have to come back when I have some straw and cover it. I've got all this packaging paper I'm going to lay down first just to use it up. The majority of our good soil was moved off into the woods when our house was built. Now I'm just going to come back with the cardboard boxes and just simply lay them down here. You get a lot less square footage out of boxes than you might think. It's supposed to rain here in a little while, and that will hopefully get these boxes to lay flat and not blow away. Just put a little bit of dirt on top of the cardboard so that the wind doesn't blow it off, and later I'll put that straw on there. But it's beginning to rain, so I guess we'll go back in the shop and work on something. I may take a moment here to get the last bit of rocks and sticks out of the spot over here that we cleaned up for the past couple of weeks. I'll show you real quick what I mean. I was able to mow this hill for the first time because I removed all those stumps, and it worked out pretty good. But this pile right here has all kinds of rocks and sticks, so I'm gonna just kind of skim through it and see if I can pull those out real quick. And the rain has started. I'm glad I was able to get those boxes in before it really hit. Well, Emma just woke up from her nap time, so I'm gonna go inside and spend some time with her. Ashley's gonna make some kind of pasta tonight, which should be fun. I've got 2 ram pumps going out tomorrow, so Emma and I may put those together. Emma and I just put together some ram pumps, and now she is eating her supper. She can eat blueberries like nobody else. Almost, I would say, a carton every week, which is just ridiculous. Ashley has made an incredible supper here. She is quite the cook. So we're going to sit down, eat, and probably watch some TV for a while. So I had a comment that said that my channel needs to have some you and Emma time, like per video, to break up my...
we don't get any of that in law.
To break up my constant do-it-yourself.
So basically, you're not as exciting as we are?
Well, maybe I'm a little bit exciting, but too much of me is not a good thing. So, anyway.
I have to agree.
There you go. There's some Emma and Ashley time. Good morning. Ashley just left off for the coffee shop, and Emma and I are gonna go run some errands. One of those errands being taking some trash. So I replaced Emma's old bridge with her new bridge. And I call it Emma's bridge because she walks back and forth all the time. But I'm gonna load this thing up on top of the car and dump it in the trash because it needs to go. Okay, never mind. That's too heavy. I'll just have to work with it again sometime soon. That thing could not weigh any less than 100 pounds. A few hours have passed. I just got back from the gym, and Emma stayed with her Mimi for a while. Just got in a order of ram pump parts. These are bicycle tubes. I store those up here for the ram pumps, and they're getting more and more expensive. Like these used to be $3 at my supplier, now they're $4.40. So it's just getting kind of ridiculous. But so far I have not had to increase the price of my pumps, and I hope I don't have to anytime soon. But I tried to pick up that old bridge to take it out to the trash, and it was too heavy for me. So I'm going to pull this down, and we can go cut that in half so it'll be easier to haul off. Over the past couple years, this old bridge has picked up quite a bit of moisture. So I think I'm just gonna cut it maybe right there, and that way it'll at least be half the weight that it is now. Maybe I should have checked the battery on that thing before bringing it down here. Anyway, that should make it manageable weight now, being cut in half. Last week I was clearing out this patch of grass because I wanted to mow all this down the hill, and I thought I had all the sticks picked up, but obviously not. There's way more in here than I was expecting, so I'm gonna go ahead and I think just throw all of these over here in the woods. I was hauling them off on the cart and the rocks as well, but I think there's so few left. I'm just gonna toss them over here for now, and then I'll be able to mow this last little patch. I actually had purchased some of this bread at the store about a month ago, and it's molded. So we're gonna come down here to our first pond and feed the fish. Should be interesting. We've not ever fed them before, so hopefully they enjoy it. Watch this.
Okay.
Bread. There's supposed to be quite a number of large fish in here. See how long it takes for them to reach the bread.
Daddy.
Yeah, we're waiting for fish to pop up. Or else this is going to be a lot less entertaining than I was hoping. Okay, not much happening. Let's try over here and see if it's any better. Huh. Well, I don't know about you, but I can see them swimming just under the water, but they're not coming up for any of the bread. Maybe they don't like molded bread. Our neighbor did say that he feeds them in the morning time, so maybe at this point in the day they're just not hungry. But I don't see any fish even trying out this bread. So anyway, it was a fun thought. The fish didn't bite, but we walked down to the neighbor's house and got to enjoy looking at their new chickens, so that was still fun. I don't think that Emma has been around chickens before, so she kept saying "bok bok," which was fun. So anyway, I think we're gonna end the vlog here, so I hope you have enjoyed it. Definitely a fun couple of days here on the homestead. I have worked a lot lately, and I'm glad to be getting back to my regular schedule. Definitely allows me to have more video content for you, and gives me a chance to sleep a bit. But well, if you have enjoyed this video, please hit that thumbs up button. Definitely helps the channel out. I know you always hear people say it helps the channel out, but it really does, so I do appreciate it. But what helps even more is sharing the video with your friends and family and Facebook and all that good stuff. Well, days like today where I get to spend the entire day with Emma is just such a blessing. I'm glad that I get to do that. If you've got kids of your own or a spouse, go spend some time with them because it's super important. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.